Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of the Starladder I-League Season 3 EU Qualifier. We got two good matchups coming your way here tonight, and the first one will be Quantum Bellator Fire, hereby known as QB.Fire, versus Team Spirit. We are into the ninth round of this best of three, starting off on Mirage, the map choice of QB.Fire. Now, for those of you guys not familiar, this is going to be the last two matches of the Group D portion for this qualifier. That group includes these two teams here, but also Space Soldiers and LDLC, who will be playing after this map to conclude which two teams get through this qualifier and into the main season. Currently, though, Space Soldiers holding a solid lead, 2-0 in their games. Meanwhile, both Spirit and LDLC 1-1. So this is a big matchup for Spirit to win. And ultimately, when we compare them to Quantum, well, it is fair to say that Spirit are the favorites coming into this match. Of course, they do have household names like Davkos, Kabakin, and I would argue Dima as well has been making a name for himself in this most recent few months. But Spirit gonna go for a fast aggression to the top of middle. Davkos can come back in to lead the charge. Speak of the Devils. Fix gonna find the trade back though as Quantum push back and find two frags, putting them to the 4v3. Meanwhile, Dima peeking off of Catwalk. He hits the headshot and he's looking for more. But seeing as he's gushed, he'll have to fall back. No, he tries to push the issue and that costs him his life. Just down to Sotfik 1v3 with plenty of time for QB.Fire to get that bomb planted on the A site. Sotfik at this point still holds on to his Kevlar, so he would have something to save, seeing as he is outgunned and also does not possess the kit. But that was a nice push from Spirit, trying to take that aggressive stance on the top of middle, straight out the gates. Unfortunately for Spirit, it was countered by aggression of QB.Fire. They waited for exactly that sort of a push, and it will net them the pistol round as Undo finds the final frag. QB.Fire grabbed the first point. Team Spirit going to try to force it, but I like to see this. They're not going to go all the way in on this purchase. Rather, two players for Kevlar. Everyone's going to have pistols and a single flashbang for Kabakin. But Fanet Raka finding the headshot off the Galil. Of course, QB.Fire with the advantage of the rifles here and now. Nice little headshot there from Balbna. Dima gets caught out. He was just trying to peek for information. He bit off more than he could chew, however. Very methodic play from Quantum Bellator Fire. They do not want to sustain any losses in this round. I mean, if you are on QB.Fire right now, well, this matchup means the world to you, because if they can win this one, and of course Space Soldiers beat LDLC, then suddenly there's a near three-way tie between these lineups, Spirit, QB, and LDLC. So that would create for a decision based off points and round differential. So do not give up a single round is the objective of Quantum Bellator Fire, especially in a round like this one where it is only pistols and armor. You should be able to easily get yourself forward with 5 players standing if you play it this slowly, and they have done a great job of doing so. They're going to execute towards the B site while It's My lurk towards A. Sotfik grabs the headshot, the ump for his troubles, and will look to try and contest things over towards the apps. But Undo able to grab one off the SMG, and so yet again, it's just down to Kabakin. Excellent opportunity for Kabakin now to hold on to the AK. Not only does he find that kill, but the gun to boot, and he could try to fall off to the top of mid. However, we do see Balbna with this exact play in mind. So he himself is going to try to flush out this last remaining counter-terrorist. Kabakin retreats to underpass, and that's where Undo undoes him. We're just going to quickly switch out on the servers, boys and girls. We didn't have footsteps in that GeoTV relay, so we excuse this lack of footage, but of course it is just the very few pistols for Spirit to play, so the most unexciting of rounds before we get into the guns. Once more, we've got Quantum Bellator playing things slowly. 3 players to the top of mid, 2 over towards the T-spawn to keep an eye on the flank. Now a bit of a fight occurs here towards middle. Itzmy with the opener. Sotfik takes the trade. Baldna, though, to do damage control, will find the double headshot. And the HP for the last remaining Spirit players is ever so slim. Just down to Sotfik. 7 HP in a dream with a USP to boot. At this point, Quantum, having sustained only 1 player loss, are in a prime position to close out this round with even little utility expended. I mean, look at the nades that still remain. We're going to try to hunt down Sotfik. He was just hoping for an exit frag to come squeaking through the cubby. For the time being, though, Quantum, having pushed up into jungle and CT spawn, they've seen enough. They're just going to retreat. Try to hold the line. Sotfik will attempt to stop them, but Fix blasts him away. 3-0 the score, and Spirit now about to get themselves into the gun round. The op in the hands of Davscost, of course. But he doesn't have any armor to play off of, so that glass cannon, ever so fragile. 4 M4s, plenty of nades. 1 kit for Demo, though. Keep your eyes on that. It could be crucial if we see QB get themselves into a site and plant that bomb. Now, on the side of the terrorists, we won't have the op. You don't always need to play one on Mirage, so they are just going to try to continue forward, use their trade frags off of the rifles. They've expended multiple smokes already here towards middle, just trying to skirt their way closer to connectors so that they can split into the A-bomb site. And that's where Spirit currently have the majority of their players. Coldy pushed forward, Kabakin on the stairs, and Davcost off the op to support. Finds the opener, though. Kabakin takes the second. Great team play shining through, but Undo able to bring it back, at least by 1. The Molotov sailing downwards is going to burn Coldy alive. He peeks wide, stops the bomb, and Davcost covers. A great round here for Team Spirit, leaving it all down to Itzmy. He's got the AK. He's got a flash. Put the bombs down in front of Dima, and as he goes wide, the headshot's taken. Spirit bounce into... Immediately, we're going to see Fanat buy into the op. So let's see, of course, if Quantum Bellator Fire can get themselves this gun round here and now. They had some healthy rounds previous to that one, able to build enough of an economy to buy heavily and successfully here into the 5th. But already their coffers have been emptied. And so this round is of the utmost importance. Same can be said as it would hard reset Team Spirit, but a great flash to the bottom of mid won't be enough for Kabaki to take the frag. Fix able to headshot him. 5v4 to the T side. Smokes continuously raining forward. A boost from Fix, though. Davcost continues to try and fight off the sidearm. He takes 2. Great play from Davcost, and he's going to look for more. He's got 17 health, and Dima coming to support off of the catwalk. He's going to pop flash low. Davcost's going to peek wide. The player's blind. Fanat tries to retreat, but he'll never get back. Meanwhile, Itzmy trades it to, again, bring us into the 2v2. The bomb to the top of middle, though. 50 seconds on the clock, and a terrorist lurking into the A site, caught off guard as Coldy catches his back. It's going to be down to the clutch from Itzmy. An AK, no nades, but the bomb on his belt. And a path to the B site open. 30 seconds, though, means he's going to have to act sort of quickly here. Davcost was just looking for the apartment's cross, but he's wary that he could be flanked, seeing as Coldy is now all the way towards T-spawn. It's my creeping his way into the bomb site. Will find the bomb plant. Excellently done here for QB.Fire. But can he find the clutch? 2 targets to play. Oh, what's Davkos doing? He's checking to see if it's A site. All right, I get you. Davkos is going to come back now. He was tagged. Him checking A has given time for Coldie to get into position, so it does make sense. First engagement, though, drops It's My down lower, but he finds the kill. Davkos out of the equation, and it's all on to Coldie, trying to find the angle. He will do so. Takes the headshot, and the 10-second defuse shines through.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
That was a crucial round for Spirit to pick up, seeing as they would have faced the hard reset. Only 1 player surviving, though, does mean that this will be a big reinvestment for the counter-terrorist forces. Meanwhile, with the money not being here for QB.Fire, they're just going to pick up some deagles. 4 of them. 1 player on the pistol armor, no nades whatsoever. Just looking to find those headshots on the entry in an attempt to pluck players off of sites. But Davkos finds 1, Davkos finds 2. Both headshots. Great marksmanship here to the top of mid. That's just going to immediately shut down QB.Fire. They're going to get a little desperate, and yet Coldie caught by the wide peak. Balbna hits him a 3rd time, but he still survives. What is this man made of? The bomb in the hands of Undo. Fanat nearby. Both players going to try to push themselves into the B-bomb site. So it's all down to Dima to just try and hold this off. Unfortunately for Dima, he doesn't have any other teammates here to support him. So if he dies, then the bomb plant could actually be found. We'll see if he can hold it as they creep wide. Fanat first, Undo next. Ooh, the trade is able to be found, but Undo not going to be able to push into the B-bomb site. Instead, tucks tail and will retreat towards his spawn. Now, if he lurks this all the way back, then maybe he finds the plant today, but ultimately 45 seconds, 4 enemies, all hunting for him. Oh, Undo with a hell of a headshot, going wider into the connector though. Sotfik towards Cat will contest the push and deny the bomb plant. An additional round here for Spirit, and we are suddenly tied 3 apiece. QB.Fire with enough cash flow to justify the purchase, but it comes with a limitation. Yet again, no op for them to counter that of Davkos, and he has been hitting shots thus far, as we've come to expect with the Spirit roster. Davkos, generally impactful off of the AWP. Kabakin as well, one of the players who tends to put up numbers, but for the time being, the entirety of Spirit have certainly been able to show their worth, finding frags aplenty, and rounds as well. Seeing as how much is on the line in this round, we can see both teams not wanting to give up that initial advantage. 5v5. QB, multiple players to the top of middle, now looking to contest towards the windowsill. That smoke grenade comes over from outside A and does section off the window. So Davkos has to reposition inside of connector. Still trying to find an angle to the top of mid, though. The QB players have been able to cross. There's 1 in underpass and 2 outside of ramp. So Quantum certainly looking to split into the A-bomb site, and the defense lies in wait. Sotfik able to drop 1 player as they attempt to cross through the connector they go. Another wide peek from Sotfik. Kabakin takes the 3rd. Flashbang on point. That drops Undo. Leaves it on to Balbna. He's been able to kill 1 player, but 20 seconds on the clock. The bomb not in his possession. He knows this round is lost, and it's more important to just stay alive. So he tucks tail and attempts to find shelter over towards the B site. Unfortunately for him, we've got Sotfik here to contest. Hits him once, but Balbna comes out on top of that duel. And a 1v3 is what we're left with. Balbna looking for more damage, though. He's going to try to peek into the back of Market, and Davkos is here. Misses the shot, but Balbna, he knows better. He'll follow it up with a flash, keep his AK for the following round. And QB.Fire in an awkward position where not everyone can buy, so they will go light. Deagles, yet again, armor for Fix and a P250 on Fanat. Team Spirit certainly, once again, a round with an advantage. Baldna's trying to just dry peek into the A site. He nearly catches Davkos standing towards the benches. Baldna sees him again. The op shot misses, so he goes to the peak, but this is a very dangerous aggression from Baldna. Trying to pull the rotation towards the A site, and he has successfully done so. We can see with the bomb all the way out towards T apartments that this is not a commitment from QB.Fire, but instead just an attempt to get Spirit to soften up that B site. And honestly, they have. We've got Sotvik, who continues to dance from Cat and top of mid, but Fanat finds one frag outside connector. Poldy's sitting underneath the palace, though. He comes out, he decks too. Sotvik able to drop the player inside a connector, leaves it down to Fix and Undo. Both players out in their attempt to get to the site, though. Sotvik and Coldy still nearby, but Undo, one hell of a deagle headshot. All of a sudden, 2v2 ensues. 40 seconds as the bomb goes down. QB.Fire have just made something of this round, but Sotvik's able to trade the Fix. Now it's all on Undo. Plants onto Standard, but he's cowering in the cover as Spirit continue to close the distance, swapping to the sidearm. Sotvik can't hit a shot, but luckily Dima can. By God, that was way too close for comfort. Spirit able to pick it up, but QB.Fire coming out of nowhere with those deagles, certainly making it a costly and exciting round. 5-3 the score. Spirit continue to succeed. Davkos continuing to try and aggress onto middle, but now he's going to rotate, so let's see what happens here. Davkos is going to go towards Van, and he's looking to play that B-side anchor. Sotvik continues to play up on Catwalk, so the only difference in this round is that Davkos has placed the op towards the B-site, and Spirit now have Dima in connector, but Kabakin going ham to the bottom of mid. He clears out the underpass. Leaving it down to the 5v3. Now, we have seen QB.Fire get back into these sorts of rounds previously. They've got a minute to continue to play. Davkos is now pushed further into apartment, so that's a lot of information for him to play off of. Nice little crossfire set inside of mid. At this point, Spirit just need to lie in wait. As long as nobody gets overconfident, peeks wide, or gives their live up for free, then they should just be able to use this numbers advantage to close things out. We've got, of course, Itzmai to the top of middle. He'll be playing the anchor. And now starting to push towards connector. Bomb in spawn. Joining forces with Undo towards the ramp. They're going to try to split into the A site once more, but they have had troubles trying to get up from connector. The players on Catwalk, Sotvik most notably, continues to backstab these men as they push into the site. So this time, Itzmai gives him his attention. It's not going to pan out. Sotvik hits it, and Kabakin takes another two, lines him up, and knocks him down. A 4K to his name in that round. Greatly done. Spirit effectively now doubling the rounds of QB.Fire. Ever since we've seen the gun rounds get underway, it has been Spirit all the way. Three players towards apps this time. QB.Fire again trying to play in the middle, and this is something that they have been doing, whether it be with more players to the top of mid or trying to split it 2-2 from underpass. Quantum have definitely been fixating on mid control. We've seen it as they attempt to split into the A site. There was the one time I believe they attempt to push Cat and just get absolutely riddled. So this has been a key component to their terrorist side, and Spirit seems to continue to aggress. Kabakin tries to do what he did in the previous round, and he goes down. Fix hits the double deeg, and it's a 4v2. There comes Undo from the backside. Davkos, the last man standing. The bomb yet to be planted. But the numbers advantage has been shifted the other way. Davkos firing, trying to grab the headshot. He will hit him with damage, but no kill found. And there you've got it. QB.Fire winning a round with a very little investment. They're going to get themselves into the op. Rifles for the other 4 players. A mirrored buy to that of Spirit. Nades aplenty. That was a gracious round for QB.Fire, one they had no business winning, so their money is looking good. Not only were they under the full round loss bonus, but that was a round they didn't invest. Unfortunately, they've already lost Banat Raka. So the op gets swapped over, now in the hands of Itzmai. I suppose it's his. Sotfik repositions inside of the ladder. That's, of course, to try and help out with the fact that they did lose the windowsill. But the smoke grenade rains over, and so he'll have to reposition. Again, Quantum going to be using mid control. Essentially, in their push towards either of the sites that follow smoke to the windowsill plumes. Undo leads the charge to Cat. He'll grab the headshot onto Sotfik. Again, a 4v4. So Team Spirit, despite the advantage, they've now lost it. And here we go. Dima with a tight angle is going to wallbang Undo. Continues to throw out the utilities and the reinforcements inbound. Davkos now joins him. Fix, meanwhile, over towards A. He's going to grab another kill. And the op of Itzmai hits the headshot. 4v4 turn 3v2 to the favor of Quantum Bellator. Headshot found from Coldy, or Dima. Leaving Dima, rather. 1v2. The bomb's going to be planted. That's behind the standard box. The molly burns him out. There goes Baldnut, though. Oh, Dima, the main weapon, out of ammo. Both players incredibly tagged. It would take a sliver of damage for either to go down. The headshot's found, but the lower player, Baldna, he's unsuspectingly looked his way, but Dima spots it. Not in time to hit the shot. Baldna with a big Deeg frag. Gonna shut out the round, but my goodness, Dima, a valiant effort, tries to push into the site there. Had he killed the player on Palace right out of the get-go and not allowed him to reposition, then that would have been a round of Spirit, but the magazine of the M4 was already so empty. Unfortunately for him. Pistols for the side of Spirit. No armor, no utility, no kits. QB.Fire with a huge advantage, similarly to what we saw earlier on in the half. When they were playing their conversion points after the pistol round, QB.Fire was very methodical in their approach. Nice and slow, clearing the map piece by piece, and then ultimately, once they found the numbers advantage, executing forward. So we see it here and now, yet again, with Spirit on their pistols. Underpass secured, yet again, Quantum going for the mid control. We've seen this over and over again, and unfortunately for Spirit, when you don't have rifles to play off of, this is a portion of the map that's so difficult to contest. So it's given up for free. And from middle, we've got the cat split into the B site where Spirit have stacked their numbers. This could be a bloodshed. Banat Raka rounds the corner. He takes the first. Itzmai as well to grab a frag, and it's the T's all across the kill feed. No frags found for Team Spirit, despite having that stack on the site. Another great round here for the offense. 6-6 is the score. We got the op back in the hands of Davkos. A gun round here for Spirit and AKs for Quantum. QB.Fire going to change things up. 4 players over towards the A site, 1 to the top of mid. So this should be a more standard A site execution, presumably off of the smoke grenades. But Coldy, he's already pushed himself into ramp. So as Quantum throw their nades over, they may not expect him to be here on top of the giant Voss. Coldy going to get flashed though. Oh, he's spotted. Unfortunately, Baldna is going to check all of his corners, so it's on to Kabakian. He goes wide. He takes 1. Headshots 2. Sotfik follows, though, with a 2K to his name. Davkos arrives to play. And a 3v2 here to the favor of Spirit. They've been able to stop the execution for the most part. Interestingly enough, the stairs not smoked, so if Undo peeks wide, he needs to know that this angle could be held. And Davkos should hit this shot 10 on 10. But he gives it up, and the CT is going to start to reposition. As Sotfik clears out the apartments, though, we should see the CTs rotate back to A, but Dima gonna get caught out. Fix able to catch the headshot. Now suddenly it's on to Davcost and Sotfik 2v2. Both players on the site here for Quantum Bellator Fire. One of which gonna cross out towards the CT spawn. The bomb goes down.
Bomb has been planted.
The retake inbound. Davcost gonna reposition all the way through the window. Hardcore parkour to get into the jungle. Sotfik's out of ramp. CT after plant. Undo gonna get caught in the open. The spray not gonna finish him off though, but the damage been dealt. 11 HP. He's fully flashed. Davcost smokes to cross the bomb. He knows exactly where he is, and Undo hits the headshot. That was a crucial frag for Undo to find, and he does it, leading the charge for his team. 15-7 so far in this half. Spirit had all the information they needed. Davcost, he smokes off the bomb. He flashes him. He pushes it. And still, the round goes the way of QB.Fire. 7-6 now. The lead has shifted hands. We haven't seen this since the 7th round. Davcost going wide, though, into the apartments. Undo grabs the headshot. The terrorists already committed to the A site. 5 players here as they attempt to push on in. Fix grabs one. Looking for more. 3 CTs. Coldy position. Sotfik grabs the headshot. That's 1D. Coldy's gonna hit one of his own. Sotfik follows it with yet another, and the pistols couldn't prevail. They do! Team Spirit able to win that round despite having the disadvantageous buy. Wow, those Deagle headshots not just going to be grabbed from QB.Fire, but they also go back the other way. A big round here for Spirit to tie things back up and give them the possibility of finding the lead before they switch halves. The 15th round is upon us, and the tactical pause shines through. Excellent time for QB.Fire to take it. Left to play out here. Already, yet again, mid control has been taken. Quantum continuously trying to use this as their key tool, but Sotfik's gonna get pushed from the top of mid. Here they come. He goes down. Undo grabs the frag. Following it up with a frag from Fix, and it's my Dima takes one, looking for more. Coldy is able to grab it, so the 2v3 ensues to the favor of QB.Fire as they find the bomb plant over towards the B site. And they got to go for the retake here, quite obviously, seeing as it's the final round. But Coldy's all the way towards T-spawn, so this is going to burn a lot of time off of the potential retake. We've got Kabakin repositioning as well over towards the marketplace. So once they finally do arrive, they're going to have to pick it up a notch and push in quickly. Utility for Kabakin, kits on both. First frag taken down as Fix hits the op shot. Coldy 1v3 on 13 HP. Jump shot attempt. You are not Coldzera. Headshot taken from Coldy, and Fix will find the last. 7-8 the score, and Quantum having bounced back from an initial 3-6 disadvantage to close it out with a 1-point lead. Armor and pistols for the side of Spirit. Sotfik decides... Okay, he also got armor. It's just not showing up on the GOTV. What did Sotfik buy? Who knows? Baldna, undo, they grab 2. Baldna takes the 3rd. Headshots aplenty here for the CT side. Dima, Sotfik, gonna bring it back by a little bit. Already the headshot. Leaving it down to just Dima. 1v3 with the bomb in tow. Trying to close the distance to the A site, but Itzmy has other ideas. And that one is crisp. That was weird. I didn't see Sotfik have armor, but he had $100. And yet I didn't see him throw any nades, because if he had thrown nades, it would have been very early on. Peculiar. But Sotfik's going to buy the smoke flash. Maybe I just missed it. Pistols on the side of Spirit, barring Davcost. He's not going to buy the armor, seeing as he wants that op as quick as possible. Guns on the side of QB.Fire. Headshot found. Dima gonna push the distance, grabs the FAMAS. He's got the bomb though. He'll have to punch in the numbers, and he does so swiftly. Over towards the back of Market, we've got the contest from Coldy, but Fanat hits the headshot off the scout. Baldna up close and personal, taken down as Kabakin finds another frag. It's all down to Undo. This B play off the pistols has worked out miraculously. QB.Fire can't hold the line, and Spirit bounced back quickly after the pistol already. 8-9, that 1-point lead still held on to. Scout in the hands of Davcost, quite the deadly weapon. Opening frag made easy. Gonna find a Deagle headshot of his own. So yet again, we've seen these players play off the pistols quite successfully before. QB.Fire gonna continue to contest despite only sidearms, but unfortunately for them, they are currently outgunned and outnumbered. Not to mention Fanat down to 30. But similarly to the way that QB.Fire played the beginning of their pistol conversion, Spirit very cautiously gonna creep their way back towards the depths of which they came from, the T-spawn, where there are no counter-terrorists just yet, but there is one sitting outside of the ramp. Undo off the Deeg. We've seen him unravel a lot of pushes today already with this weapon. Fixed to the top of mid. He hits Kabakin. Coldy dealt damage, but he will survive. And the T side push forward into the A-bomb site they go. The rotation from Quantum already inbound. Fixed to the bottom of connector with the support from Cat. Trying to catch the angle. Dima's going to plant the bomb. The fire and the flames to hold him at bay. FAMAS out. FAMAS saved. Quantum going to call it quits. Except for Fanat, who's feeling frisky today. Looking for more. Wants to find at least an exit frag. If he contests the site, then maybe the bomb takes one down. FAMAS worth saving. The Deagle not so much. But Davcost, oh, hits the headshot. Jumps to the top of the ticket booth and rips his head clean from his shoulders. 3v1 is what we'll be left with as this round comes to a close. And Team Spirit tie this one up 9-all.
Terrorists win.
Next round on the board. Again, Fix still has what he had from the previous round. The armor FAMAS out towards the B site. Terrorists showing some presence at B, but ultimately gearing themselves up to execute into the A site. Baldna cleared. Dima drops Undo. 2 kills to the T side. Sotfik with the MAC-10 finds another. still standing though. He finds the headshot. Sotfik denied. The jungle presence is fixed. Repositions towards connector. The long flank coming in from Itzmai. Headshot, looking for more. He won't find it. Another round for Spirit though, 10-9, back into the driving seat with the 1-point lead, but here we go, gun rounds are upon us. And this could be, similarly to the first half, the opportunity for the CTs to step back into control. Op currently in the hands of Fana. That one's over towards ticket booth. So the op on A, support from the stairs, and a nice little hefty presence towards catwalk. We've got Itzmai inside of the ladder room, and then a player on cat itself. So as Team Spirit gear up for this middle execution, they could still be heading their way towards the A site, and they're going to have quite the fight to deal with. Now, Kabakin's been boosted up into the window itself, but there is that player still on the side of the ladder who has yet to notice him. Kabakin, though, he sees him, he sprays wildly, not gonna find it till the headshot's found, but Undo takes the trade. A 4v4. Kabakin continue to show presence inside of jungle, but there's the frag from Fix. Fanat takes the kill, and Davkos will take the trade. Coldy creating space for the bomb to go down as he crosses out towards the CT spawn. The afterplant positioning quite strong. Double CTs coming back in though, both of which from connector. Davkos hits one, Spirit find them both. And another round to the 11-9 score. Spirit now in charge of this game. 4 consecutive rounds, the first gun of this second half as well. Scout by for Baldna. Pistols aplenty. This round for QB, just going to be looking to deal some damage. They need to try and curb this excessive Spirit. Make these rounds costly. Even if you're losing rounds, as long as you can keep them from making money, you will be in the clear. Team Spirit gearing up for the B hit. Just going to try to barrel their way into the site. Bully these defenders out of the way. First to fall is Fix. Itzmai denies. Sotfik in his attempt to jump out wide. Looking for more. He's fully blind. Dima, headshot, Coldy the same. 4v2 ensues. Davkos follows it up with a kill to Undo, and it leaves it down to Raka. Again, pistol Kevlar. Something worth saving, most certainly, for the following round. But then again, he could also try to risk it to at least grab some kind of a primary. The weapon of Sotfik is currently outside of the windowsill, so unless he gets to the B site, Fanat won't find a gun. Although he will find terrorists all upon him. And he nearly takes the frag, but Kabakin comes out on top with 6 points of health remaining. 12-9 the scoreline now. 3-point lead. QB.Fire back into the buy down, op included. But a bit of a lackluster utility. Fanat with nothing. Smoke in the hands of Itzmai. This is still Spirit's game to win. They are in control. But we saw QB.Fire come back towards the end of the first half. Nothing to say they can't do it once more. 4 players here for the defense, stacking out towards A. Team Spirit, 2 guys apps, 2 guys top mid. Just initially contesting for control, feeling out their opponents. To the top of middle they go. Sotfik, having come up from underpass now, attempts to clear. He's got the Molotov, and that's going to chuck it into the ladder room. That would burn anybody into the eyes of Dima, who then follows through with the clearing of ladder. But Baldna is still on top of the table here towards window, trying to contest this very position as the bomb starts to inch its way forward onto catwalk. 2 players for the defense inside the B site. Baldna gets tagged by the flashbang, and the headshot follows suit. 5v4 to the T side's favor as they continue to close the distance on B. QB.Fire yet to rotate over. Undo and Fanat still at the A site. Fanat now gets wind of what's going on. He's going to start the journey over, but Fix, meanwhile, still mid-site. It's My finds one. Terrorists pushing forward. Good angle from Fix, though. He drops another, looking for more. He'll take the third. It's all down to Davcost. 1v3. 15 seconds left to play. Closes the distance to the site. But the CT's playing ring around the rosy. He hits the first. Gonna try to stick it, but the wide peak comes through from Undo. And there you go. QB to close the round. Now, unfortunately, we lost a player there for Team Spirit, and he is back in now. That was Dima. A bit of a crucial round, and unfortunately he goes down in it. So QB graciously given a 10th round, or at least an easier 10th round. They did still hold that B-bomb site with quite some success, especially the angle from Fix, watching the windows, grabbing two. Good effort from Davcost, but just not enough. It's crazy to think that we're almost in a tie game. If you look at the scoreboard, well, you'll see the kill differential on Spirit goes from 19 to 13, 6, with most people at the upper edge of that. While meanwhile, QB, 22 frags for Fix, 20 on Undo, and everyone else just trying to toe the line. So if the rest of QB.Fire can find their groove, we could see a very close game. Or even if these two players can continue with this pedigree of success, that's their other avenue of pursuit. But the T side gearing up for the A site. 3 players inside Palace, 1 by ramp with a flash now out. CT's stacked nearby. Undo underneath, goes down first. Coldy hits the follow headshot, down they go. The CTs have fallen. The A site crumbles. Fanat Raka playing on ticket. Sotvic finds Fix. What a successful round. Dima hits the wallbang, presumably knowing that Fanat has played ticket booth with the op almost every round. That was such a textbook execution. They don't use the wall of smokes. They just try to barrel in quickly from Palace, catching the A site defense off guard. We see the first frag on top of the ladder go out for absolutely free. Headshot immediately taken. The top of mid we go, though. Fanat finding himself the sidearm frag. This is going to be QB playing off pistols. Of course, they just experienced the hard reset in that previous round. They get one onto the board just to lose another. Bank accounts bottomed out. But it might not stop them. Undo is going to be able to grab another headshot, and now the op in his hands. Things have gotten interesting as Spirit continue, however, to grab more frags. Kabakin grabs the headshot, and so 3v3. But here comes the cross. Sotvic grabbing information as well here. Kabakin continues to create space towards the B site. The bomb, quite some distance behind. Will get here eventually, but Fanat with Fix, 2v3. Fix gonna head his way towards the A site. Again, he's got the op, so this is something worth saving most certainly. With the bomb being planted and the man disadvantage, maybe throw Fanat at the terrorists or allow for him to save that AK that he just grabbed from the top of mid. So 2 weapons found here for Quantum Bellator Fire. A very successful round if you're concerned for them. I mean, they came into it with no Kevlar even, no nades, maybe 1 or 2. Majority just P250s, and for them to get 2 frags and 2 weapons grandfathered into the necks, no complaints can be made. But Spirit as well, successfully dodging what can be difficult anti-ecos.
Terrorists win.
QB.Fire still in the double digits, only 4 rounds down, but Spirit are about to procure themselves the overtime at the very, very least. Big buy from QB, not trying to play for OT. They want the win here and now. We've got Fanet, Glass Cannon, Double Fomus, no nades. Only Fix. Fully garnished in that regard. The execution comes on forward. Fix from the back of Arch hits the headshot. Kabakin gonna grab one. Fanet rotates over, but the T side grab additional frags. And Spirit to the man advantage. Bomb yet to be planted. And the op of Fanet dangerously close to the back of Market he goes. He gets the spot, but Davkos hits the shot. Undo is all that remains. He's gonna go for the AWP. Tries to find a pick, but Davkost's having none of it. He grabs 15, and there you go. Spirit securing OT. Again, at the very least. They've got all the money in the world. And a deflated experience here for QB.Fire. The economic struggles are real. Pistols, M4, and a scout is what they'll play off of. No kit, some nades, but certainly not what they would hope for. Spirit at the top of mid, 2 players in apps. Again, similarly to the T side that we saw from QB.Fire contesting middle early. Kabakin takes the first, though. That was a player who had pushed underpass for information. Meanwhile, we've got damage being dealt. Kabakin down to 11. Sotpik sits on 2. Here comes Itzmy firing shots. He just can't grab it, but he will. Well, Davkos. Scout as well. Dima's down. No way. A tagged up Sotpik also falls. Team Spirit have potentially lost this round. It's still in the cards, though. Could go either way. Kabakin on 11, Fix on 8. Undo still with only the Deagle, and Fanet has the Scout. They know where this Scout is, though. Undo's cowering over towards Palace. The bomb rotating out towards ramp. Fix attempting to find an angle here from Cat. If he goes down, though, the last 2 defenders will remain inside the site. Coldy spots the Deagle underneath the Palace, so now they know the jig is up. Coldy finds the headshot. Fix trying to grab the angle to do something about Coldy as Kabakin crosses towards the site. Fanet peeks wide. Damage dealt. Coldy down. Very low HP. Fanet finds the first off the sidearm, leaving it down to Coldy. 30 seconds left to play. Spamming the boxes, trying to find the angle. Fix will take the final frag, and QB continue in this game. One hell of a round from them. A great aggression from Catwalk off the 5-7 from Itzmy. He takes 2 players down up close and personal to the help of the Scout. Just excellently done there from Quantum Bellator Fire, taking separate engagements all across the map. And they will just urge their way into another round. They survive for yet another and come into this one with a more pieced together purchase than the previous round. But Baldna getting aggressive towards the bottom of ramp finds the opening kill. Sotvik's head has been splattered. And the T side now outnumbered 5-4. Undo follows it up. An additional frag has been found. Make that another one. Fix using the exact same angle as previously done. Kabakin tries to cross. He will find one, but now he's done, and it's all down to Davkost. You would need a miraculous play in this scenario. 1v4 with the op. But he's got a minute to play, so he can make this dangerously close. Just needs to find the angle. Baldna by his side. Kabakin peeks, or Davkost peeks wide, excuse me. And he's dead. Now, luckily for Spirit, they were sitting on so much money, a giant pile of cash that they will continue to purchase for another round. And this leaves them still with money in their bank left over. 4.5 for Sotvik, 2K for Kabakin. By this time, the round loss bonus is beginning to stack up. They'll receive $2,400 each on this round, barring bomb plants or frags. Which means they could half buy in the round that QB could get 14 for a full buy in the 30th. So Spirit's money will give them either full buys or half buys for the rest of this game, no matter what. Quantum Bellator Fire need 3. Top mid control yet again contested. 2 players to the side of Catwalk here for QB. Watching for the angle, the man goes wide. Baldna gonna get back into safety. Dima drops them both, and Catwalk popped wide open. Frag over towards the A site though. Undo and Fanet have stopped 2. Kabakin finds a 3rd though, and suddenly we've got a man advantage. Not only a man advantage, but the defense has fallen for the rotation. They've gone to the B site. And this will allow for Spirit to plant the bomb. Shots raining in from Catwalk. Sophic takes another. It's all on Baldna. He's smoked out. Throws a smoke of his own. This will allow for him to cross to the stairs. Davkos holds the angle. Davkos takes the frag, and Team Spirit will grab the opening map. This was the map choice of Quantum Bellator Fire. 1-0 the series here for Spirit. We're going to be transitioning into Cobblestone up next. You guys are watching the Starladder I-League Season 3 EU Qualifier. Don't go too far. We're going to have a very short commercial break, followed by the second map.